So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose. Hi everybody, Martha here. So today we're doing a review of the third episode of Stargirl. Um so this one has to do about Courtney and the others trying to find where the shade is, because they just learned about him last episode when he went to ask for the magician's stuff. And I thought he was looking for the wand. That's the only thing I would think that would be invaluable to him. But apparently, he had the wizard and the magician was one entrusted with the diamond that Cindy has. So apparently that's what he's looking for. And he might not be trying to do what Cindy is doing. He might be just wanting to keep it contained or get stronger from her or something like that. We don't know what he really wants with it yet. We'll find out, though. Maybe in the next episode. But also in this episode, we learn that what was in that pen that Courtney brought with all the other objects. Because Mike, after he gets back from his super route and being bullied by a couple people who won like money from him, and he wanted to write more addresses for his next paper route that he has to do, and he couldn't find any ink. And so he goes in the sister's room and grabs that pen that's in there. But also we find out earlier in this in our flashback, like we usually do in the beginning of the episode of these shows, we get to see the one who owned the pen first, and before he dies, and him going to go out to fight the Injustice Society when that fateful Christmas night, where a lot of them died. And so yeah, and him and Pat get to pet change. I'm sure have one last talk before then, and where they're almost gonna have eggnog together, but nope, they don't. So now Mike is the one who gets had a pin next, and he has, in order to instead of rubbing the pin like you do when you rub a lamp in order to have a genie come out, you say the word, it's so cool, this is so cool, in order to get the genie out. Now, this genie is cartoony, even the CGI of it looks cartoony. I think it's meant to look cartoony. He's pretty good, but the way this genie works, you have to say what your wish is very specifically, otherwise it will not be interpreted right. Like, first thing Mike asks for water. He meant for it to become in a bottle, but instead he gets a lot of water splashed upon him. He asks it to be tall. But he just gets taller, but he just gets put on top of a bench. So, yeah, you have to be word your wish very specifically, otherwise something else entirely is going to happen. At least it's not like a lot of other genies out there where if you make a wish, there's consequences usually attached to it. So, let's be happy about that one. So, he decides to when he goes on his next paper route is to play a little trick on those bullies that bullied him earlier by making them stop taking cookies from a Girl Scout girl who's selling them. And I would be a mother out there watching, make sure nothing would like this happen, because kids do this to you when you're selling objects and don't see you as a threat. Happened to me when I was selling popcorn not too long. I was in high school, so know how exactly that little girl feels. But so he decided to tell the genie to stop him, and instead of actually stopping him, he uses stop signs to make sure they stop moving. And so basically, a whole bunch of stop signs are falling from the sky. And this is when Courtney and Alonda are coming home from summer school and seeing this event unfold as a stop sign hits a car. Wow. I wonder. So did this stop sign rain eventually stop? Hopefully, before somebody gets killed. Hopefully. So they go and tell Pat what his son has been doing, and Pat's doing what a father would be doing, wanting his son not to be involved in this, like he did with Courtney. And eventually Courtney does convince him to allow him to help, because his wish could help them find the Shade and find out what he's up to. He does, and the Shade does find Barbara while she's looking through the magician's stuff, and have a little like a horror moment where we think he's gonna attack her after he finds the box that wouldn't contain the diamond, but doesn't have it since Cindy has it, and he asks us to take the box since it's pretty much useless now to these people. And she still says no, but he just turns off a light and leaves. Magically turned off the light. But you think I would thought she was gonna get attacked. But nope, he leaves her. He just leaves her there be. That's probably very scared. And this is when they all come with the idea, use Mike to make a wish to find where the Shade is, and he is in the wizard's house. And so in the middle of the night, which is very stupid, this guy controls shadows, and what do? You attack him at nighttime. No, you attack him during the day when there's not many shadows around. But okay, whatever. I mean, they were gonna use the staff to use since it's so bright. And apparently, Sebastian Starman used that to knock him out one time. So they're going to also use like a tanning booth in order to contain him, which is okay. But yeah, he's like sitting there drinking tea, and he like doesn't want to fight them. He offers them to sit down so they can drink tea together, and they were like having a conversation. We also find out that he's the one that killed our man, and Beth gets mad at him for it, and basically he says, "You don't understand that conversation, young lady, so we don't know if he actually did it or not, or was the diamond involved too." Eclipso was a Calypso ball. Like, I don't remember that name. Involved in this too. And so Mike was told to be to stay behind, not get in the fight, but he goes there anyway and wishes for the genie to attack him. And this is when the shadows from the Shade comes to attack everybody, and pretty much this exposes everybody in the room. Which, like I said before, bad idea to tag to somebody who can control shadows in the dark. Not a good idea. so, so he pretty much beats these guys very easily. But he does not want, he's not there to kill them. That's not what he's there for, so none of them die. And he just basically leaves them, he just basically leaves as a warning. Basically stay out of his way. And this is when, everybody, Pat and Beth and Rick both, all three learned about Calypso. Pat learned through Barbara when she explains to him what Shade stole from them and what was inside, what was in the box, because she knew was inside the box, but she didn't know what the diamond, what diamond had inside of it. She just thought it was a diamond. So, and but Pat knew. Pat knew that Calypso was inside of it. So now Pat knows, the one who probably has the most experience besides Shade with this object. And we hear Chuck say it to Rick and Beth when Beth explained to him that her parents are getting divorced, and he's trying to help her cope with it. But so we'll find out how they're gonna deal with this from now on. And also, Mike did wish for the pen to be in better hands, so it ends up being in another kid's hands. That is a little brother of the girl that was hanging out with Cindy in the first season. So, the other cheerleader. So, yep. So that's basically it. This episode is okay. The effects are pretty good. The genie did not look cheap. That was great. And I understand why they probably not use him very often, because he's probably very expensive. So probably that's why they probably wished for him to be somewhere else. So, gonna give this and everything else is pretty good. And they showed like how the having the genie around is probably not the best idea. It's not a trustworthy object at the best of hands, best of times. So, and not to go in a fight off without thinking ahead of time, basically. So, and we find out that the Shade knows that the Diamond Eclipso would probably want to kill the children. So, yeah, maybe he'll help them, or maybe he'll end up helping the Diamond, we don't know. So, we'll find out. I'm going to give this episode a 8 out of 10. So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, and subscribe, and bye-bye.